What's up everybody, this is Hawkey, and we've got some bad news. If you're looking to find a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, you might have to wait a while. Mike Spencer, who was Microsoft's head of investor relations, not to be confused with Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, he said that they have sold every Xbox unit they had in the last quarter, and they said that the supply is going to be constrained at least through June. For those who are unaware, this was actually a later estimate than what they originally had predicted. They were hoping to get things sorted out by March or April, so now the date is apparently June. To be honest, this is still not that surprising since there is still a lot of supply issues happening around the world, and this is something that is affecting all companies, not just Microsoft alone. Now, this is not surprising, as AMD, the producer of Microsoft's processing chips, and also PlayStation's, has to also deal with all of their own CPUs and GPUs, and they're dealing with a lot of the same vendors. I know they recently were trying to add TSMC to their lineup of manufacturing partners who are going to help them develop all these processing chips, but it's going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze because TSMC apparently are working with Apple as well, so that might, straighten the supply a little bit more. And at this point, I think that there's so much strain on the market with everyone trying to process all these new chips, everyone trying to acquire partners. I don't think that this will be settled for a while. Now, the New York Times article I'm getting this from, they also say that Sony declined to comment, and they referred back to their November post on Twitter. I'll link it in the comments, which I assume they're having similar issues. And considering they're coming from AMD, I am not surprised on that front either. Not to mention, we've never really had issues with scalpers before when it comes to launch day consoles. This is really a new phenomenon for the gaming industry, so I really think that retailers are not really prepared for it. There aren't really any laws for it, and I don't think there will be. And although I don't think there should be laws for it, I do think that it's a bit shitty that people are trying to get these consoles and all these bots are claiming them beforehand. You can make an argument that people just need to be more prepared when drops come out, but a lot of these things come pretty suddenly. There's not really a formal way of announcing that, hey, we've got consoles in stock, and even when there is, bots are quicker to get there anyway. Plus, it's very difficult for people to be sitting around waiting for consoles all day. I mean, for most people who are going to buy them, it's going to be adults who are either buying them for themselves or children, and they've got jobs to do, they've got lives to live. They're not going to be sitting around on Big W all day trying to get a console. Anyway, this is just a quick update. There's likely going to be stock still coming. It's just going to be a bit slower and continuing in the sort of pace that we're used to. I will definitely link some resources to find stock in the description. Press start, as I mentioned in my last video. They're really good with providing lots of information like that. I actually found a couple of PS5 listings come up this week for Big W and I believe Amazon. They were getting stock earlier this week, so I'm hoping that this will come again. That might imply that other retailers are getting stock and they're just preparing for a big launch or something like that. I don't know. Also check your local retailers. It might be worth a go. Anyway, this has been Hawkey. Take it easy.